Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a video. Um, I haven't, I did a few, I believe I did at least one. Um, and those that kind of know me more on personal level is know that I have done drop shipping in the past. Um, the most time I spent with it was kind of eBay. Second most was probably Shopify. Um, um, I may kind of try out, Facebook Marketplace and some other options in the future. But I just want to do a video on kind of why I moved away from it and um, kind of why and I guess kind of like a business life lesson of sorts. So I so I tried Shopify for a while. I've tried Shopify two times. I did Naturogenics, which was kind of natural organic supplements, and I tried with and I used Shopify. It really didn't make really much money. Um, I think I could have, looking back, I could have changed things. I did drop ship kind of pretty good quality supplements, and I did do from like Seeking Health and a few other ones, but I think it was kind of I could have marketed better and kind of narrowed down the niche and probably changed kind of the marketing stuff for it because I was trying to kind of target kind of chronic health problems, but those with kind of methylation issues and stuff like that. And I tried to kind of even like do a blog about it and kind of do videos about it and stuff like that. But over time, it just wasn't that much fun for me and it didn't make much money. And so over time, I kind of started doing eBay drop shipping, and more specifically, it was kind of more retail arbitrage, which is basically where you kind of find a place like Amazon or Bed Bath and Beyond. You kind of resell it, but it's a little bit higher priced, or Home Depot. Those were the ones I probably and iHeart some as well too. And how I got into it was someone actually gifted me a course on Udemy. It was one of the most popular courses. I think it still is. Um, I don't think I ever really made much money. There were times where it was kind of I made maybe a little bit money, decent. Um, there were a lot of drawbacks to it. I have a hard time, especially with kind of like energy and motivation to kind of stick to something, but also keep at it. Especially if it's something that's not really I'm passionate or I can join really all that much. And so I tried different things. I used to list like every day, um, at least a few hours a day, sometimes more. Um, I didn't really use software, really VAs at the beginning. I did towards kind of the end. Um, Looking back, if I could do it again, because right now my eBay account is restricted because I actually partnered with someone that doesn't know what they're doing. That's a whole another story, which I may go into at some point. But um, yeah, I feel like the course I could have, you know, looked into other courses or different kind of methods. I did actually buy like another course, and I kind of misunderstood what he was kind of doing because he did kind of bulk list items, and so I had like 10,000 items at one point, and I thought that maybe if I get a lot of listings, maybe that'll increase, but that didn't. And I tried to get help on they kind of have a form or questions and answers in the course, and not really a ton of help, really, to be honest. Um, I think you really need to either use tools or VA or kind of research more. And it seems kind of simplistic now, but you really need to know. You can, and some ways are kind of simple. You can look up, like, say, on eBay or Amazon and see what's selling, see what's selling a lot, and then kind of um, sell the same items or sell similar items. But it's just, especially over time, dealing with customers, um, especially kind of on eBay. Not so much on Shopify. I didn't have as many issues with Shopify, is especially kind of Western customers and more so United States. Not so much overseas. They were a lot more kinder. Really needy, really difficult to work with. I had a few nightmare situations even with Shopify. I had someone like track me down and stuff because I think it was like blown out of proportion. Like I had, like, I was done through Shopify and had on my website, and I had a reseller permit and other stuff. And I told them, some of my items are out of stock, some are that in your order. Do you want me to refund the whole thing? Do you want me to do a partial refund or what? And so she somehow got like super paranoid and thought I was like stealing her credit card information or whatever. And she like tracked me down and like messaged me and like called me before I could even, like, several times before I could even like respond. And it's just fucking nuts. I'm sorry, lady, but the closest I got to eBay was someone had, it was like a pad or something. It was like a seating pad. It was like a gel cushion that like you could use, I want to say for like office, but like on the go, but also if you're like maybe at a stadium or whatever. And this guy, he had the same name as some musician. I don't know if that was just a coincidence or not, but he was very like, I don't know, very needy and demanding. He's like, I need it by like the certain time, or otherwise it's like worthless to me. And so he's like, I'll pay extra or expedited shipping. And so I was like, okay. So I paid expedited shipping, which I rarely do for this item. Kind of crazy circumstances. There was some fire or natural disaster or something, so it didn't arrive on time. And so he's like, I need a refund or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, well, you have to send it back to the supplier. And I had to explain that to him like 2 or 3 times, about like drop shipping and retail arbitrage. And he's like, so you don't actually have the items? And I'm like, no, I do not. And I really didn't think it was like, I've even like, there was some supplement company that I contacted and they like didn't get this, like, and it kind of blew my mind that they would be an online supplement company. And I was seeing if I could, resell their stuff, sell their items, and they didn't get it. And I was just blown away that you're an online supplement company. I've never heard about this. And, a ton of people do this. Even big companies do this of sorts. They get parts and even whole products, and they ship them from overseas, or they get them parts and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know why people can't just Google this. But anyway, so this nightmare situation, and it went on for a month. Like, he took like a long time to like send it back. Like, it took like a week or 2 for him to send it back. And for some reason, he didn't want to communicate on eBay. He wanted like email because that was easier and simpler, which I don't really get, because you still have to log into email account or eBay, or it takes about the same time, at least for me, to log into my eBay account or my Gmail account. So I'm like, okay. And so back and forth we go, and he was just really demanding and rude. And so at the end of it, he finally, like, I told them, like, I was contacted Bed Bath & Beyond, and I explained it. I explained the whole thing to them, and they're actually really helpful. I'm kind of going on a tangent in the story, but I just feel like it. So then it turns out he doesn't get like refunded to the original amount. He gets like a gift card, and then he's like, oh, and he gets all like, and he's like, I'm sorry, but I told them to refund the original thing if you want to talk to him. And he's like, okay, I'm done with it. So I kind of just blocked him, and I kind of went off on him, and I'm like, sorry, you've just been really rude, and I've been dealing with all this stuff. And he was really demanding. He was like, I need like a refund. I'm like, at this time I was, more self-employed. I was seeking disability, and like, if I could come up with money and refund you immediately, I'd do that. Kind of reminds me of this current situation with eBay. Had to do a bunch of refunds, and people weren't getting it, and they think I was like making up some story or something about why it wasn't arriving or why I was refunding. But anyways, it's just been a kind of clusterfuck, the whole thing. And so I've kind of moved away from it. I may try kind of Facebook Marketplace, drop shipping, or even flipping. It's just really monotonous, and it's just really, and I moved kind of to print on demand on Etsy and stuff like that. I may move more to that. I'm trying to move more towards stuff that I actually want to do, that I'm kind of interested in, that I think provides more value, that I'm actually passionate about, like helping people with their health, or investing in even real estate and stuff like that, and crypto coins and stuff like that. So I just kind of moved away from it. I do think eBay, to a certain point, especially, is kind of getting oversaturated, and I see, a lot of these, not like really get rich quick, but like these easy kind of like, oh, you can make a lot of money doing these things, and then it becomes really oversaturated, and people sell all these courses. And I do think, at least some of them that sell these courses, most of them, I would say it's a mix of, some people do really well, and they want to help people, and they make pretty good money from the courses. But some of them, I think, I don't know how good of money they really make, and then they make a lot of money on the courses and stuff too. And then it just becomes oversaturated. But I really think you have to kind of find a convergence of what you kind of would like to do, or interested in, or that you could see yourself doing, and that can make you money and stuff like that, to especially build multiple income streams. Which is why I'm kind of doing Etsy more. I'm trying print on demand. I'm trying a few other things as well too. Kind of trying to do some kind of health coaching, because I feel I've learned and tried a lot, and I could kind of pass that on and stuff like that. But I still am struggling a lot with my own stuff. So I am offering that. But long story short, I moved away from eBay dropshipping. I don't know if I may, because I do feel I have enough skills and stuff that I could, kind of work with someone, or list for someone, or kind of help manage a store, or even with Shopify, I may do that. I don't know. So far, the one person I've worked with has been, he doesn't really know what he's doing or talking about. He's just been a really poor kind of business person to work with. And I kind of know what I'm doing, and trying to like work with him and kind of communicate, and he's really not being cooperative. Which is why I don't really like to really work with people. And I really should have vetted this guy more. But lesson learned. It did kind of close my account down, but I do think that's kind of a sign that, probably move away from this and probably do something else. Because overall, especially with this recent experience, I've probably lost money, especially dealing with especially rude, hostile customers over time. Because I have dealt with a few, and even on eBay, there was one or two products. There was what was it? There was a product that kind of sold a few times, and they were sold separately, and they were sold in a bundle. And so I sold them separately and in a bundle, just like they did on a website. And for some reason, and I used the same images. I didn't edit the description or change it all or anything. They couldn't take the time to like read the descriptions and look at the images, and they thought they were getting a bundle when they were actually just ordering this one of the items. And I think it was like a BB-8, and then there was like a BB-8 like something else that came with it. I can't remember. And I used the same images, and I even used it on there was some other item as well too. I'm trying to think. It was like a food processor or something like that. And I used the same images, and it's someone even accused, because I was explaining to him, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to help myself, I'm I'm disabled. And then and I told him that I'd refund him and stuff. And I'm like, sorry for the mix-up. And so he decided to just open a claim. And then he's like, claiming that I'm making all this stuff up. And then I'm like, I can see this. You're opening up an eBay dispute, but I can see this. And so I kind of went off on him. I don't know. Dealing with people, especially customers online. Luckily, I haven't had to do much like phone or email, but it's just some people, especially on eBay. I just feel like they, I don't know. The customer isn't always right. They think they are, and I know that's like kind of a cliche thing in sales, customer service and stuff, but I really don't think so. So yeah, I'm moving away from that. I don't know. I did try to kind of do Alibaba, kind of general store drop shipping. That didn't really work. Kind of, I think the issue was kind of research and marketing, some other stuff. I did try to use some influencers. There was someone that I kind of knew that I knew was a bit of an influencer, and I sent her something, and I think I remember her seeing her wear it or something, but I never saw her really market or show her on her Instagram or whatever. Luckily, it was only like a $20 or $30 item, so I was like, okay. So I kind of moved away from that. I think drop shipping back in the day, it used to be more of a viable option, more kind of an maybe easier, simpler option, but because everyone's doing it now, which is kind of what happens with a lot of business models and stuff like that, is that when it starts out and people start making a lot of money with it, but then they start making all these courses, and then people start flooding it, and then it makes it really more difficult. It's still possible. I think if you can do like a handmade item or your own custom made, or like an instance like kind of microbe formulas, they kind of make their own supplements like in-house, and they have fulfillment in a warehouse and stuff like that, and they probably do pretty good because they're manufactured by naturopaths. I think they are pretty spendy. They have some good quality products, but they are spendy. Is a good option. But anyways, so I digress. So I'm still trying to figure out kind of what I want to do, and working on a few different things, kind of locally, investing and stuff like that, especially do kind of passive income. And it has been difficult kind of working full time, especially like my health issues, and it's kind of impacted my mental health. I may kind of try to go for disability again. I'm not really sure. The benefits, they are helping maybe a little bit, but I still kind of feel stuck and in the same place, so it's frustrating. Which I may do videos on that. But anyways, I digress. Moving away from eBay, I think, I wish people would, do more business stuff, entrepreneurial stuff, look into alternative income streams. I may do some videos on passive income ideas and stuff like that in the future. But yeah, that's just kind of my experience and why I've kind of moved away from, especially eBay dropshipping and kind of Shopify dropshipping. But yeah, I'll see you all later. I'm trying to upload more often, probably about once a week or so. Be more consistent, and maybe even stream maybe at least once a month or so. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys have any experience with dropshipping or with your own business, or kind of horror stories, or kind of other stuff? Because I know sometimes you have to keep trying and try different things until you really find something that really works or that you like. Kind of a convergence of what you like and kind of what you can make money off of too. So I'll see you all later. Have a good weekend. Yeah, bye.